I'm saving you 500 bucks. You better click like and subscribe. But the first thing you'll need is a mat. You're gonna be squatting between, who knows, 50 pounds to the 600 pounds that they say you need. Second thing you need is a barbecue grill. Now, you don't actually need this. I'm pretty sure if you live near Hispanics, I'm Hispanic, someone will have one of these that they don't use a lot anymore, and they'll probably sell it to you for 10 bucks, or they'll probably even give it away for free. So you put that down like this. You get the mat, and you put it on top. Because you're going to be squatting a lot of weight, you want to protect your knees. But also, this has a very uneven distribution. It's actually bent in the middle. It bends upward because of all the heat and the times the people used it before. So you put the mat over it, like that. And you double it, just to further protect yourself. So now, it's even distribution. The next thing you're gonna need are 2 bars. One is gonna be this cheap 10-pound weightlifting bar, which hopefully is solid steel. I don't know if it is or not. It looks like it is right there. But you're gonna get this one, and you're gonna put this one on top, just like that. The other one is gonna be a hollow one, or if you want another one, it would be better just like that. But you could ask someone that uses pipes a lot, construction worker, they'll probably give you one about your arm's length for free. Matter of fact, I got this one from a construction site. You go to McCoy's, Home Depot, these things are about $2. Put this one under. Remember, you don't need a grill. You could use a bench if it's made out of wood that's at least about 2 inches thick. You don't want to use a bench like this bench right here. Hopefully you can see it. You don't want to use that. That will rip apart really easy. And here is the secret of the entire Squatflex. These are resistance bands. Short Olympic style resistance bands. These two equal to 50 to 80 pounds, somewhere around there, between 12 inches and 2 whole feet of them being stretched. So, like about that much, the tension increases as you stretch it. These will not tear at all. These go from, I think, 180 to 230 in the same amount. So what you're gonna do is pretty much just set them up. That's all you really have to do. So you put it right here. You put this one in the band as well. For demonstration purposes, I'm just gonna do the 50 pounds that the Squatflex commercial does, and then I'll probably do a 310 pound if I feel like it. You want this one up so you can know if it's gonna be even, which is right there. That's perfectly even. The bottom bar doesn't have to be even, but if you want it, just because you're conscious, you can move it side to side. You want the bands in the same place. You want the bands to be touching on the top of this bar and the bottom of this bar to be straight and parallel. You don't want this part to be over here like that, alright? Because if you do that, it'll be uneven distribution. And if you have weak grip and you start going over 200-300 pounds, what's gonna happen is that one hand's gonna give out and it's gonna just slide all the way down on your calf. And you wanna grab this switch grip like this. Not like this, not like this. Just like this. This is also known as a hack squat. If you want to call it that, that's cool. So here's what you're gonna do. Grab it like that. Got this one right here. You can use these Gorilla gloves. They're $5 at Home Depot as well. Look up. Make sure your butt's back. Don't pass your knees like that. Stay right here. And just go up. Very simple. Just like that. Now, once you start getting to heavier weight, you're gonna go a lot slower. You're gonna want to go about this slow. 1, down, 1, down, 1, down, 1. You don't want to go too slow, because like I said, you start going really slow, you start going forward, and the bar starts going to the back of your knee. So if you let it fall like that, it's gonna put all the weight of whatever tension's on there and just go straight down your calf, which can give you a horrible bruise, and you're done. The tension increases as you go higher. So my theory that I like to say is that the tension gets harder when you're coming up instead of it being completely even all the time. And when it's going up, as you're going up, when you jump, you're always exploding with your full potential. Because with a squat, when you explode in theory with how much you can squat evenly through the entire movement. With this, the tension gets harder, so you actually jump with your max no matter what. That's my theory. Is it right? I don't know. Is it wrong? Who cares? These bands are very cheap. I think each one of these pairs is about 12 bucks. I think those red ones cost me about 7. So these two, which is 320 pounds at what I can reach them up at, just cost me $24. So $24 for 300 and some pounds of resistance, that's a lot cheaper than 500 bucks for the Squatflex. Like I said, you can use any kind of grill or stool as long as it has a way for you could put a pipe under it and you can have a bar over it, and that's all you need. That's all you need. That is the Squatflex right there. So in the Squatflex videos, they only do one band, which is 50 pounds or something like that. And they have the rest on the side just like those over there. So I'm gonna do 220 pounds just so you can see what it looks like when you go heavier weight. It looks pretty much the same, but you gotta be a lot safer. Because like I said, you don't want it to scrape behind your calf. That's just horrible. The most annoying part about this, or the Squatflex, is that you have to come down about right here, grip it, come up, and once it touches, then you come up. You don't go boom, you don't do that, because you're gonna smack against your calf, like I said again, and it's just bad, alright? So here we go, here's 220 pounds. And I'm not locking out my knees, even though it looks like it. So that actually is a lot lighter now that I've been doing Body Beast. I actually thought I was gonna have a lot more trouble, because I did have a lot more trouble when I was doing it with Dunk Now. Always make sure your knees don't pass your toes. It's not that the tension's gonna be on your knee, because I mean you should know that. But you know what? Let me show you what I'm talking about when you could really hurt your calf. If you have a lot of pride, this could really mess you up, because it messed up. It hit right here. This part right here. When it came down, my left hand gave out. So the bar and 320 pounds just smacked and scraped right below my calf all the way to about right here. It bounced and hit again. If it would have hit my calf on top, 320 pounds, imagine grabbing a dumbbell with just 50 pounds and just using the corner and making it skid across your calf. Drop it from right here. You wouldn't do it, right? It'll hurt like a bitch. So imagine 320. That's what happened, but it happened right here, thank God. If it would have landed right here, it would have probably torn something, maybe cut some skin. And if this thing is rusted and it smacks and it cuts you, you need to go to the doctor. So let me show you how that can happen. So let's say you're using this much weight, right? And it's 220 or something like that. And when you use bad form, you come up and you lean forward. You see that? Now I'm leaning forward. The bar is inside my knee. So if one hand gives out, that's what happened with me. Right there. It went like that. And you don't want that. Like I said, imagine again, dropping a dumbbell right on your calf. So I saved you $500. Or whatever amount you're going to pay. 300 something, even with a coupon or something like that. These mats are called yoga mats. They're about 12 bucks at Walmart. If you have any kind of mat already, if you have an indoor gym and you have these kinds of things, or if you go to any gym and they have this, it's the same thing. So it's like about $50, $55. If you want to get a bunch of fancy crap, it'll be about 70, 80 bucks, which is still a lot cheaper than 500. Please click like and subscribe. I'm gonna start posting dunk now videos again, but I mean, I'm really obsessed right now with Body Beast because it's really cool. So I'll see where that leads me to. And there you go. So I know it doesn't look like much, like it was 220 pounds, but I mean, I'm 5'7", 5'8", and I have a 34-inch vertical, I believe, so I'm 174 pounds as well. So 220 pounds to Squatflex is not a lot for me. I could do 300, but like I said, I just worked out and I really don't feel like doing that right now. But I'll probably do it later. Make sure you work on your grip. Remember, it's a reverse grip when you grab the bar. I would recommend the strongman walk or something like that. You grab some weights and you just walk with them until your hands give out. What you're gonna want to do is grab the heaviest weight you can at any gym or buckets with handles and just walk like about a block, or any weight that will make you give out within a block. I don't know how many feet that is, but it's quite a bit. If you want to use hooks, you can. I use some hooks, but at 330 pounds, the hooks already busted. They started bending and it was like $17 down the drain. So you don't need to spend money on that. These gloves are better and the hooks just suck. They just completely suck. If you need to use hooks, like I said, I'd rather you work on your grip, because if the hook gives out in the middle of the rep, it's gonna hit your calf and that's it. I'm telling you, you do not want anywhere after 150 pounds just smashing against your calf or bottom calf. It hurts. It really hurts. It really, really, really hurts. Whenever you go down, you're supposed to stop as soon as you know the tension's about to release. And when the tension's about to release, that's when the bottom bar stops touching whatever you're using to counter it. You're not supposed to go that far, because if you do that, then your nervous system picks up zero resistance. And if you go from zero resistance to 180 pounds, that could also mess you up. So there's a lot of things that mess you up, but again, it's just like regular squatting. Some people squat 300 pounds, they feel absolutely no weight, and then they have that 5-inch of a jerk to get it off the stands. You're talking about 320 pounds in a split second onto your spine. So this is way safer than that. But again, you want to be as safe as you can, so do not squat beyond contact of the bottom bar. You want to stop. You're going to feel it. You're going to know, oh, if I go lower, it's going to be absolutely no tension. You don't want that. And you want to go squatting at the speed that I just showed you, because you're working on vertical, you're working on explosiveness, you're not working on strength. But I highly, 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 highly recommend this if you're into heavy squatting. When I was squat flexing this for every set of jump ups, step jumps I mean, I was squatting around 340 pounds, 5 sets of 12, and it was a joke to me. Like, I would squat 90 degrees. I never go ass to floor. No, I'm not gonna ever do that. So I'll go to 90 degrees, or my bench, make my butt tip my bench, and then come up. And if you've seen my challenge videos, I'm real crazy. So imagine a guy squatting, coming up, and then picking up one leg, squatting, and then coming up, picking up the other leg. That's what I was doing with 220 to 240 pounds, 5 sets of 12. And you don't really need that. Not for vertical, in my opinion. I mean, I did that and my vertical stayed the same. I mean, I'm just really strong for my legs, but you need to build fast twitch muscles along with strength. If you got a ton of strength, that doesn't mean you'll have a good vertical. I put on my Facebook that theoretically, in order for me to dunk or achieve a 45-inch vertical, I need to squat at least 450 pounds, I think. 406 pounds was first, but I redid the numbers, it was 450 pounds total. So I've been able to squat flex 320, but I haven't squat flexed since then. And someone told me that they were able to squat, I think, 470 or 520 pounds in high school, which is complete BS. And they said they couldn't jump or dunk. So I was being a nice guy and I said, well, the reason is because you have strength. You have slow twitch muscles. You have strength to go up and go down, but you do not have strength to explode it. Remember, when you jump, it's the amount of power you can execute over time. So the bigger the amount of force you can execute in a shorter amount of time gives you a higher vertical. If you actually think about it and you understand that before you jump and measure your vertical, when I would measure my vertical in my dunk down videos, I would think, okay, I'm going to jump with all the energy that I squat flex and do the dunk now with. So imagine the entire workout, I would jump with all the energy it would take me to finish the workout, mentally. You know, I can't really actually do that, but if you're real mind to muscle connection, you could force it to explode really quick. And that's what I would do, and it would increase my vertical between half an inch to maybe 1 or 2 inches than the week prior, simply because you get stronger and you're working for fast twitch explosive muscles that are powerful, not powerful slow twitch muscles that cannot explode. See, there's a big difference. There's a big difference. Can you have both? Yeah, definitely. I have both 34-inch vertical, and I haven't worked on my vertical in a while. I did start phase 2, but I stopped doing it because Body Beast is really tough, and I mean, it's working. You saw me squat flex 220 pounds like nothing. Full Ounce Productions, thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Comment, subscribe, say thanks for saving me $500. Show this video to other people that want to work on their vertical.